Hello ladies, Luz, and some gents out there if I have any gents watching. Thanks for stopping by, and this is going to be the first part of the Embossy Punch Bunch collab. This collab, of course, is designed to use your punches as well as your embossing folders, and you can either make a project that uses both products or you can make one of each. And this time I'm going to have to be using one of each because I needed to make 2 retirement cards. Excuse me. And I'm actually filming this part on Thursday so I could take them to work on Friday. So I needed to go ahead and get this done before they went out the door. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I use for this section. I use this Newsworthy, and if you are watching the 3 die floor collaboration, this is one of the pads that is in my kit to use up. So I decided that I'm just going to keep using these pieces, whether it's for that collab or not. Okay, the punch I am using, of course, is this Marvy, or no, it's a McGill. This McGill punch. I love these things, and I don't know if you've noticed, I have an obsession with this one. Love making the little flowers, so I punched some more out of that this time. I used some blinga blingies, and that too would be out of my stash for the die kit, 3 die kit. Hi, speaking of dies, I used this new die. I do not know if I did a haul video for this one yet. I know I filmed it. I don't know if it uploaded. But, so I used this new die, this one here on my card, which was lovely. And then I used 2 of my Hunky Dory stamps. Once again, I don't know if these... I know I filmed the video. I don't know if they came. I happened to be flipping through it, and it was like, Happy Retirement. So I thought that was lovely. I have one other retirement stamp, and I didn't feel like digging it out, so I was very glad to see that it had that in there. And then I loved this sentiment, which says, wishing you everything wonderful. So I used that on my cards. These 2. My original idea was to start with these, you know, this camper and this thing, but that's totally not where it went, which is one thing that's awesome about crafting. Okay, so let me show you this card. You may have recognized the base. I did the base in a different collab. What I did to add, I added this little piece here, stamped that Hunky Dory stamp. I added some bling in the centers, and there is the flower that I punched and made up from that punch. Then on the inside, oh, I forgot that I have these stickers, like these see-through stickers, and I believe Marilyn G gave me these, and so I've been using those up as well. And it says, a toast to you on this special day, and then happy retirement. So I thought that was a cute way to do this. And then of course I'll put my stamp there for that. So that's for one lady who's retiring, and this one is for the other one. So this uses the paper, the Newsworthy paper, or Newsworthy paper, I'm sorry. And I saw this, and I had to do all this cutting to get this image out at the right size. So I thought it's a different world within your reach, and I thought it was perfect for a retirement. Loved the coloring. I chopped it all down, and this is a piece of paper from a kit. So I did that. Here's those flowers again that I made using the punch. My little pieces of bling, and on the inside, this is where I use that die. I love it. It's a happy retirement, and then wishing you everything wonderful. And I left the edges up to give it a little bit of dimension, and just glued down the center part. So that is my card, and in the back it says handmade by. So those are the 2 cards for the punch, and then I will come to you again and bring you the second half. All right, see you guys later. Thanks, bye. Hey guys, so I said I would have to film the other part of today's collab, which is the Embossy Punch Bunch, because I did the punching for my retirement cards, and now I have to do the embossing for my embossing part. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you what I use, darling. I used all these folders. Now, I didn't do all, you know me, once I get started with something, I can't stop until I get tired of it. So I used all these folders to emboss some stuff. So I'm going to show you these. This is a Dries folder with the shells. There's this one. I don't even remember where I got this from. I want to say it's We Are Memory Keepers, but I have no idea. It might be something else. I don't know. So this embossing folder. This fairy one on a toadstool. I use this Anna Griffin. You can see it better that way. One. And of course my Asian themed one. You know what's going to be happening, right? I'm going to have to make a junk journal. I got all those lovely Asian inspired dies. This one. I love Anna Griffin dies. I mean, you know. This one is a Crafter's Companion. And then we've got another Anna. Anna. So I pulled all those out and I ran them all through the machine. So I'll show you what they look like. They're so beautiful. So here she is. And I used part of her because I'm going to do some coloring on there. So I did 2 of those. This one, how gorgeous is that, right? That is beautiful. There's this one. This one's a little harder to see, I think. There is the Asian inspired one. Just look at all the detail in there. It's so gorgeous. There's that one. This one. It's a little smaller, just a tad smaller than the actual folder. There's that one. I don't know if you can see that one as much. And then I did the same one in blue. I love this blue, and I'm so sad because I got it in one of those mixed packs of papers from Tuesday morning, and number 1, they haven't had them, and number 2, it's so like a different blue, and I absolutely love it. But I don't have many left. There's the seashells on the edge folder, and I did that one in cream, and I also did it in this, it kind of reminded me of blue sand. So there's that. So those are the ones I just ran through the machine, and I'll be using as time goes by. Then I'll show you what I have for my project. I used this stamp set, which is one of the hunky-dory ones I was waiting on. It's so special. So I used the buttons, that one, and that one. And then I used this die. I used this circle here to cut that out. Because it was sitting right here. Let me show you my little nest of new dies. You see this mess? This whole bin is of relatively new dies and everything. Look at that. Do you see that? That is so ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I used that because I didn't want to go digging for a stitch die when I thought the scallop will work nicely. I pulled out my little baby blue. I love using this for the tiny dies, and that die fit right through here when you only need one, you know, instead of having to drag out the machine, although my machine is right here. I didn't want to have to do that one. I could just whip this out. And you may want to start commenting. If you are a current subscriber and you have not been commenting, you may want to start commenting on all of the videos you see on my channel, because I'm going to have a giveaway for my number of subbies, and something like this may be in there. Just saying. Because you guys know I have to be active on my channel to win. So here's my card. My Embossy Bunch card. So as you can see in the background, I embossed it with that embossing folder. I'll pull it out again so you can see it for sure. Right. And the only thing I don't like about it is this did not emboss. It doesn't emboss as much. It's only got a few little pips, so you gotta, yeah. So there's the front. Here's that die. There's the stamp. And you will notice that I colored in the embossing in areas. I thought that was fun, so I did that. Then on the inside, I went and stamped the little buttons around. And I was looking for some gray, but I didn't have any gray ink that I could find. And then there was a piece of this left over that I trimmed off. And you can see it got part of the stitching down the edge, and I thought that was fabulous. So I put that on the inside of the card. Yep. And then I did another one of those circles, and it says, "So special, made with love, Poetspice." So that is that part. And then you would have seen this one in my Color Crazy collab if you watched that video. So this Anna Griffin folder right here, the big flowers, I did that in a, this is not the right thing for this, but oh well. I did that, and you would have seen me color this up for, what you call it? So that's another thing that you can do with your embossing. Number one, you could put it on colored paper, of course, and then you can go back and color it. So I used the 3 blending colors like you normally do. I put some glossy accents, not glossy accents, but what do you call these? Perfect pearls, which I'm not sure why they're called perfect pearls because I don't think they came out perfectly. See? They come out perfectly. And I used my Spectrum Noirs on there, as I said in the other video. So there's that. Other idea you can do with your embossing. Thanks for watching. I shall see you later. And go check out the other ladies in the collab. Come back again on Wednesdays when we have our 3 die 4 collab. And then also check out my other channel, which has writing and reading and journaling on there. I shall see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.